Right, folks. Little different video. This looks very plunging neckline. Take that to another level. Little different video today. Sort of. It's not talking about wrestling. On Wednesday, I had the chance to finally see. When I keep looking at this, I'd finally. Me no speak English good. I finally had the chance to see Interstellar. I heard mixed things about it going in. You know, I know a lot of people don't like it. Thought, but I like to go in these things with an open mind. I kind of had a preconceived notion of what it might be like, and at a couple of points I was kind of right. FYI, this is spoiler free, by the way, so if you haven't seen it yet and you want to see it, don't worry about it. But anyway, I had some preconceived notions of what it might be, and I said I was kind of right, sort of. I loved it though. I loved it. I mean, it looked fantastic. The score behind Simmer was fantastic. In fact, I was playing it like 2 seconds ago. My iPod dock thing's like right behind us. I thought the cast was fantastic. The only kind of minor exception to that is Casey Affleck. I thought he got kind of shortchanged towards the end of it. Again, spoiler free, but you know, Jessica Chastain I thought was fantastic. Again, see, this is the thing. I remember reading an interview in Empire where they were kind of being hush hush about the role she played, but I read the review not too long after telling you who she played. I kind of sussed it out, but it's like, oh, okay, so are we supposed to know? But I'm not going to mention it here just in case, but she was great in the role she played. Anne Hathaway, I liked her. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Anne. A wee bit you get used to the short haircut though, but Matthew McConaughey was Matthew McConaughey. He delivered, you know what I mean? Still with that laid back accent. Alright. You tried to do a terrible impression of it. I was surprised from a cast standpoint. I was surprised how little Michael Caine was in it. It's not really a spoiler. I thought he played a bigger part. I guess he does kind of play an important part, but I thought his role would be more substantial, you know, but substantial's the wrong word, but I thought he'd been in it for longer. It's a near 3 hour movie, you know. I think he's in it for like a half hour, maybe an absolute stretch if we put all scenes together. But yeah. The story I thought was fantastic. The space stuff, yeah, I mean I dug that, but I've always been kind of fascinated with the what if. Like, I like to believe, I hope there's more to life than this, you know. Potentials of time travel, you know, that kind of stuff Stephen Hawking talks about, you know, black hole kind of stuff, you know, that kind of thing, you know. There might be other there is other planets, but planets we could potentially, I can't speak, we could potentially live on. You know, I dig the prospect of that. I really do, and that spoke heavily to me, and I really liked that aspect of it. I found that really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I did read afterwards that apparently a lot of the aspects in it have been kind of proven by scientists, and a lot have been kind of debunked. A couple of bits have been debunked, but you know, that's kind of cool, you know. From like, you know, it's more out there. I mean, if we had the means to get out there, space, I mean, we could, you know. What's my train of thought? I mean, if we had like the potential, you know, to go out there, we could see what's, you know, expand ourselves, you know. See, there's more than this. You know, I think that's just awesome. But the potential, the prospect, and the general potential of that, I think is just awesome. I will say a couple of things. Like I did have a minor issue with one scene, but I can't really go into that because that would be kind of spoiler. But it's one of the parts of the ending. I'll leave that as it is. For as heavy a concept a movie as I kept on with it pretty well. I did lose it very, very briefly towards the end of it, but I managed to like gain my footing again. yeah, I'm not going to spoil it here, but it's the benefits of keeping their heads in the sand and like la 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 la. Not hearing much about it. There's somebody in this movie who I didn't know was in this movie. I thought that was awesome. Because it's one of those. He or she is one of those people that they should have put their name in the trailer. You know, the best of my knowledge, she's not there. You know, they are not there. If you see that, you didn't know what I'm talking about. It's a crew member, put it that way. They come across like later on. A guy. Okay, screw it, it's a guy, right? It's a guy. I keep tripping over my thing. It's a guy. But they come across a guy at one point. It's who's playing that guy. I was like, oh, it's so cool. Yeah, that and the sound mixing of it, I thought was really peculiar. I read it's done on purpose, but my goodness, was it loud? And I'm not complaining, but I wasn't quite expecting it either. The music just drowned a lot of it out. That being said, the score's epic. I love it, but it's just like, what? No, it's like there's one scene where they're in the rocket. I just say that. But it's like rumbling and stuff and music thing. I felt myself, but like my inside shaking. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to something that's playing really loud bass. You know, it's like that. Now it's to the point where in the hallway we're in, if somebody was to open the door for more than a couple of seconds during that, it's like people in the lobby have got blasted. Is that loud? No, I dug it. It's the same way that I dug Inception, you know what I mean? Because I do find dreams kind of fascinating as well. Ironically, both from Christopher Nolan. I do find dreams fascinating as well. So it's like lost my train of thought again. Proof and point why I should probably try scripting these things. I find the topic. I can't think of the right word. It's going to bug me. I just found like the dream aspect of Inception. I found that fascinating, and it's the same deal with space travel and the potential of expanding humanity. You know what's possible. I found that fascinating. I saw one of the trailers from Interstellar. The guy talks to Matthew McConaughey's character, and he's like, for every hour we spend down here, it's 7 years on Earth. So it's that kind of thing I find fascinating. Stephen Hawking said something similar. That, you know what I mean? That's technically possible. You know, that's possible. It is technically time travel. You know, you go up beyond that planet for a couple of hours, say like 2 hours. That's 14 years have passed. You've aged 2 hours. Everybody else back down here has aged 14 years. You know. So I highly recommend it. It's a long movie, so word of warning, if you're not into long movies, this is not for you. The topic is is kind of heavy. Some people in front of us, kids in front of us, about 18, 19, are just like, I find this confusing. You know, if you think it might be too heavy for you, I'd maybe give it a skip. If you're intrigued by it, I'd maybe give it a go, but be prepared for the heaviness. I dug it though, and it gets my 2 thumbs up. So, yeah. So, that was a rare movie review from moi. Don't know what's coming next. Might be The Hobbit. I don't know. I was planning maybe going to see Dumb and Dumber 2, maybe. That or Inherent Vice, but I wouldn't mind. I was going to. Hunger Games is on my radar, but for various reasons that's probably not going to happen. But you know, we'll see what happens. And anyway, I'm babbling. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my incoherent ramblings. And yeah, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and whatnot. And have a nice day. He says, as yet again, he's about to kind of casually hit the stop button. Can he do it? He's done it!